Visual. Maybe take a little bit off the sides.
Oh, that's fresh.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Hey, watch your head. What sound experience would you like today?
I'll have the fantasy pack.
Good choice.
And could you make it a Cloud 2 wireless?
On his way, sir.
Sounds amazing.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Ain't accepting, ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids, it's kids. That's wealth, years and years. Promise my brother, soon as he out and finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cards is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live.
Hey man, I just can't find a comfortable headset. I mean, I've tried everything. Literally everything.
Sheesh, my brother. I got you.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
And welcome back yet again, ladies and gentlemen, to another season of the ECAC for Summer Super Smash Bros. Brawl. I will be one of your casters for the evening ravishing the most ravishing out of the internet. And I'm joined here by my side by the illustrious Dara. How we doing?
Hello, I'm doing good. I'm really excited to be here again. I haven't been here in a minute, in a good couple of months, and the last time that I was here, it was a really good time. So, just really thankful to everybody at ECAC for bringing me on back again. So today, it seems like we do, of course, have another crew battle ahead of us. I believe it's going to be the CSI Dolphins going up against Berend SSBU Blue.
You are indeed correct. Now, Berend is a team that we saw last season as well, right? They did make it all the way to playoffs. Last season was their first season within the ECAC. They were hoping to climb as much as possible, and with their little ragtag group and squad, they managed to make it quite far in playoffs as well. So we'll see if perhaps they can make the exact same run up against CSI, who I believe to be a bit of a newer team within the league. So, this today would be the day to show up and show out.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to rely on you a little bit for knowledge of the league and everything else. Once again, I'm like a guest. I was not one of the people that was just I came in as a little bit of a backup here and there as needed. So I'm excited to see how it's gonna play out. I'm not gonna really know as much about the lore and the narrative of each school, but I'm here to learn it. I'm here to find out and see what everybody is capable of.
Well, that's okay. I just knocked my mic. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. I am simply here to be your guiding Sherpa on this journey that we call the ECEC Smash, the SSB Unite. Sir. I can do simply that. Call me Tenzin, and as we venture through our journey of the Himalayas. I only say that because everybody that I know from Nepal is named Tenzin. It's not even a joke. 6 people.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I was really picking up what you're putting down there for a second, but I'm gonna go ahead and go with it, right? So I'm just gonna have to say, yeah, I figured you would have acknowledged what you've just said. We were just waiting for everybody to jump on into the arena. In the meantime, I appreciate everybody's patience. Hope everybody has been having a lovely day thus far. Hope you guys have also been keeping yourselves hydrated. Lavish, I'm gonna put you on the spot. Do you have a bottle of water on you?
I do. I always have my gallon water bottle that I stick with me. It is the size of my entire chest, and that I use to replenish myself of my daily liquids each day in and day out. Try to get at least half in there. I also respect the size of your water bottle as well. I see you two are a hydro homie. So respect to you on that.
I think that's the first time in my life I've ever been called a hydro homie, but I guess I'll just, have to, I hear you, I'll take it. I guess in the meantime, I can just quickly go on and just take a little look. Maybe people are going to be jumping into the arena. It seems like we do have a first handful of players already confirmed for the first match. So it seems like we're going to be seeing Yoshi Sonic 35 going up against. I don't think I have a name on the second person, but all I know is Yoshi Sonic 35 is going to be there, and then somebody's going to be playing a Me Solid Fighter.
Nice. I hope they're playing Yoshi or Sonic so as to they stay true to their name, and I think it'd be quite fun as well. So, but while we load into the lobby as well, let me go ahead and tell you a little bit about this wonderful brand I like to call Lenovo here, Dara. Because I'm sure you may have heard of it. The Lenovo Legion knows that you play to win. To stand for the competition, you need equipment that matches the speed of your thoughts and actions. The Lenovo Y25 model delivers, wins the toughest and most critical situations with its extreme 1 milli.
Yeah, we're going to be seeing Trollery on the Me Solid Fighter going up against Yoshi Sonic 35. This is going to be a little bit of an interesting matchup. It's going to be relying on a lot of jump callouts on Yoshi, but I think especially with it's going to be a little bit more difficult to connect a lot of chop room on Yoshi. Right? So much airspeed, so much mobility. It'll be really difficult to just even find the opportunity to pin him down.
I feel like if you play Yoshi, you're either disgustingly good or you decided that you simply just want to have fun. And more often than not, it's usually the former rather than the latter, because I find Yoshi's a character that can create very exciting situations. Honestly, it's not a Meets Word Fighter either, but I'm glad of the skin that we've seen so far, as it could be just trade simple hits, nothing super extravagant, as they both seem to have a pretty good read on each other as to how the either might want to play. They seem decently familiar with the matchup.
Oh, sets up the tech chase, and honestly, that looked like Yoshi Sonic was a little bit afraid of Me Solid Fighter neutral B there, right? Not getting up in there and going for the tech chase immediately. Goes for the down B out of the egg lay. I like the idea, but then Trollery just happened to mash out a little bit too quickly, and now they're both going to be looking for that kill. Yoshi Sonic just needs a good up smash, maybe fishing a little bit too much for that down B, and just able to double jump utterly past the up end. Wow.
I mean, Yoshi Sonic, I wouldn't even call that fishing. They had immediately laid 10 different lures, but Sonic, none of them had managed to catch anything else on the line. But that will connect in the last seconds. There we go. They're 126. So all Trollery have to do is just one solid hit, and that should be it. Remember, friends, this is a crew battle. So every single shot counts. You carry forward every single one, and considering if you do manage to only live with just one, and that is the one that they will carry. There are 9 spots in total and 3 spots per player.
Oh, and I love all of these high recoveries from Yoshi Sonic 35. Looking a little bit like Swirlers right now, just always fighting the urge to drop down for the plats with a few of his egg lay. Goes for the jab on shield. You gotta respect that. You have no fast enough out of field options. And right now, Yoshi Sonic 35 is chilling. Is hanging onto the stock so long, getting so much extra credit. And Me Solid Fighter just able to low profile on the wow.
Just the fact that Yoshi Sonic has managed to stay alive for just so long. Alright, going for the upsells off of that. We're gonna 2 of them, so not a ton of that big bounce energy that we like to see off of up tilt, but the fact that you're 180, they're still staying alive. There we go.
That's the filter too. We gotta make sure we have those, Trollery just ran up there. We knew that it was eventually gonna connect. Yoshi Sonic was just kind of out of options at that point. Such a legend will just defeats almost immediately. Oh, that's such a big blow and goes for an up smash. I don't know if that was maybe a simple uphill, because that you can get so much damage. You can put him into a nasty juggle situation. Now look at the off stage. How do you make that?
I really don't think you can, but that might be one way to do it by Yoshi Sonic coming to you instead. Now Trollery as well. Second stock or not, that's going in their favor. China as they continue to. No way, I was gonna say. Okay, they survived. They're fine. Managed to get the recovery off of that too, but Yoshisana seemed to be just playing with them. Hey, get hit on the sword, but it's all good for now.
Oh, only getting the landing impact hitbox of the downer, but at least Fortnite is still going to be able to clean it up. Not 114%. I gotta say, Trolley is going to need like another tornado into up air because they have just not been able to connect any of these straight hits. All of these F smashes, all these back air, just going to be whiffing and hitting shields over and over. Yoshi Sonic just living a little bit longer. Oh, can't be getting hit by that.
Yeah, no, I was about to say is it was a nice little follow-up with the string bypass, like you were saying, but at least with this, Yoshi Sonic have aligned themselves in a bit more of an even situation up against Trolley, and Trolley as well as on the job, right? Like we were saying before, since everything in stock counts, the most will be carrying forward within the next game will be just that one stock depending on the matchup. It can generally go either way because this is the BO3 team both on these teams, but Yoshi Sonic for now manages to keep their spacing. As it will go on the aggressive, will not land any neutrals, and they'll continue to back off.
Now Yoshi Sonic needs to find a way to be able to make it back on. It keeps on going with these high recoveries. Trolley needs to adapt to the ledge trap and flow chart, right? Because they keep on going through these two flaming options, or like, right above the ledge, and Yoshi Sonic keeps on going consistently above it, and that should have been the awareness. You catch Yoshi double jump, you know that he can only either air dodge or up B, and then Trolley went off stage maybe a little bit too aggressively. Either way, they keep up this ledge trap, and Yoshi Sonic gets back on by going high once again.
They keep doing it again and again, though. They're completely fine. One recovery after the next. It's not being punished at all, but acting up to good numbers between the two. Trolley has to be careful, though. Every single time the eggs have been thrown in the face is not to make an obelisk, it's to make sure that he goes off the screen. And there we go, now off stage, how will he play? Gets to the recovery, the egg's not landing. There you go, find the second hit, and then the down beat. Just like that.
Yeah, out of the corner, you're gonna do one of two things. You're either gonna jump or you're either gonna go. And if you can just set up like a whole bunch of non-committal projectiles like that with up B, you definitely just put yourself in a position to reaction punish roll, because it's you have enough time to be able to do it. So that was just really good non-committal ledge trapping from Yoshi. Just waited for that one pull option, was able to react to the roll and found the kill off of it as a result. I really think the biggest thing for Trolley though, they kept on going through like a lot of really traditional ledge trapping options instead of like thinking about how do I catch Yoshi double jump, how do I stuff this out preemptively, and then how do I go about my regular ledge trapping routine. It seemed like Yoshi Sonic over and over was just able to go up and around and recover high with a lot of uppies and a lot of double jumps.
Yeah, and considering right now, we'll see the same sort of play style. Let's carry it through for the next match for Yoshi Sonic, though. But I am glad of at least one thing is that they stick true to their work. Their name is Yoshi Sonic, so I imagine they only have one other character within the wheelhouse that they could potentially bring out. And I don't ever see a Sonic, so the Yoshi, I will most stuff to stick with. They will only have one stock going into the next match. Just wait for the next player to load in, and we'll potentially find out who our next opponent is going to be as we wait in anticipation.
Yeah, so it seems like they have not confirmed the next player. Yoshi Sonic overall, I feel like was playing well. They definitely did also get like a little bit lost in a movement with just like falling off plats a lot, with a lot of reverse egg lays. Yoshi's love doing that all day long. It feels so satisfying to hit, and when you finally get like the egg lay, it's like, the thing I have tried 20 times has finally connected. But it just makes your descent so ambiguous. You make yourself so tricky, and it is just such like a, it is a command grab that you have to respect more than you think you do. So Yoshi definitely made that move work for him.
Exactly, like you mentioned, and I find it's just so short range that you're thinking every single time you think it's gonna land, but it's just like 2 frames off consistently, and then you get punished for that without fail. Now, I myself always do try to think, perhaps I can go for just the abrasive play, which is go for the egg and right near the edge and just knock them off stage, right? And then just see them happen, watch them squander, especially if they're playing things with obviously offer recovery. Will let chaos ensue nonetheless, though. But I believe we do have Ruby up next, so we'll see what she has in store for us.
Yeah, so Ruby was like talking to me a little bit before about the set and said, well, get ready for watching some Bayonetta play. So again, I don't know too much about these plays, but if we will be seeing Bayonetta Yoshi, that's going to be an interesting one. Not one that I've actually seen in a minute. It's going to require Yoshi Sonic to play a lot more of a grounded game, because a lot of Bayonetta's kit is quite literally built to be anti-airing, to be catching jumps constantly, especially with ABK, dash up, witch twist. Yoshi Sonic's going to have to be a little bit more patient.
Yeah, Bayo could be such a technical character that I've seen it and I'm personally afraid of, right? It's considering what you are able to do, and within her overall meta too. I find, although she's evened out a little bit, like you mentioned, there's not a ton of Bayo players that you see out right now. This is loaded into the game. Stock's taking off they're so far doing a good job of spacing between each other. We'll be using a lot of the early shield just to kind of test out what you Sonic wants to do, but I've been able to land a single hit so far.
Yeah, and I like how projectile heavy Yoshi Sonic is playing this time around too. Like, you're not gonna get away with ABK, God Ledge. Ruby keeps on going for it over and over, and you know, she's getting called out for it a little bit, right? So definitely something that she needs to be a little bit more conservative with. You can hit ABK from the ledge, wow, you can just get off the ledge consistently. Once you start getting called out for it, you know, anything can become a habit.
It's you can see her. You see she wants to land all. You see that she wants to land that witch time, just go up in the air, one into the next, but it's just not happening. Being stuck in the cycle and trying to go back into recovery, and like you mentioned, there you go, lands the egg, act like you were with command grab into the down B. Or not yet to smash, but okay, the legs are going up, one after the next. There we go. That's just what we wanted to see.
I think at some point Yoshi Sonic might have actually double jumped out of this advantage, lost it, and then had to like directional air dodge. This is such a big opportunity for Ruby though. Yoshi Sonic mashing on the way down, and Ruby just, you know, had the right idea, slightly misspaced, and you gotta remember, multi-hits, the second one will still persist, it will not be witch time. The biggest thing, you gotta jab them, you gotta hit him with like an F-tilt 1 to knock them out of it first, and then you can get a clean kill move.
You think Bayonetta uses witch time in the mornings to just like slow down and try to get like extra 10 minutes of sleep?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah,
really controlling time. It bends to your will for minor inconveniences.
Exactly, that's what I would do.
And there
just
it is
to make
again.
sure.
Oh my god, the same interaction is happening again. Also, you know, items or Bayonetta's smash attacks are counted as projectiles, so they interact with aerial hitboxes. That's why you need to throw out a regular normal grounded move, like a jab, like an F-tilt, to sort of hit them out of their animation and then get a smash attack. Either way, that's going to be Ruby quickly cleaning it up with the dash attack and only losing one stock.
Making it easy.
Yeah, it was a very ambitious play. They're coming out of Yoshi Sonic. They thought they could at least rack up enough damage to possibly get 2 stocks out of it, but it only did get 1. I think that's something that you obviously do take, because you managed to do your job. At least you're not putting your next compadre in the situation where they have to play a full 3 truck versus 3 stock. But for now, we will see Ruby moving on. And forward, we'll wait to see what is next in line to be their opponent. So
it seems like we will be seeing the Tunic coming in as the next player for the CSI Dolphins. But yeah, really the biggest thing in that game, like Ruby had like the right idea a lot of the times, but it's always about like those really, really small interactions, those small tiny bits of optimization that you need to go through. Because even though neutral air won't hit you at that point, it is still an active hitbox that can clank and collide with your smash attack. So just really gotta make sure you know, very like gently clean that up, and then you'll be able to, you know, execute everything that you have intended. Ruby had the good idea, you know, she was still able to get it off without, you know, having to lose another stock, and we'll see how the next game plays out.
Yeah, and like you mentioned, there is Tunic hopefully playing Toon Link to just match up with what they got. That's just what I'm assuming it considers. We were right with what we got going on, and we might see Ruby actually potentially go for a character change again. I can't imagine they do. Yeah, also true. Yeah, it's I do hope. You know what? I'm trying to go back. I'm trying to go CFD again, because I think it's just a lot more fun, and especially if you Bayo, are you thinking people can't jump away from you if they're right in front.
That's true, but it seems like we'll be going to Town and City. Town and City, I feel like it's a bit of a rough stage to take a Bayonetta to, especially because of like how thin, those side blast zones are. Bayonetta can just kill you over to the side, get a couple of hits of Florida, and then you're like, wow, why did I just die at 50%? And you just gotta hold that. So, Tunic, very true to their name, gonna be playing Toon Link into Bayonetta. Let's see how this goes.
I am 3 for 3 right now. On these cards, I might even predict the future, Dara. Ask me what number I'm going to get right now. It's 10.
Wait, ask what?
I was thinking, yeah, what number are you thinking right now? I would say 10, but it's fine to worry about all that because the number that I see right now is 44 on Ruby already.
Oh my goodness, yeah. Ruby right now just trying to go in with the diagonal down ABK, just goes for the neutral and hit the right side of it rather than the left. Just a slight misread on which direction Tunic was going to be sent at. But either way, right now, she is going to be able to successfully fight her way back onto the stage. Now with the bomb in hand, he's just going to quickly toss it aside. That's a big heel slide.
Well done from her. Trying to balance between what was a not great start for themselves. Now, the Tunic. Edge guarding though, but just can't keep Ruby off. Good job of getting the other side of the stage. But the question has to be now, how the fighting is still between the two. Tunic just waiting, trying to space them out. There they go. Nice follow-up. Breaks his shield, and off goes Ruby yet again.
Yeah, right now Tunic just, playing really patient, sitting on the ground, not jumping at unsafe distances at all, and really looking to capitalize on that special landing leg. Really turning boomerang into bomb into up. Very nice, really clean way to kill Ruby and take off that stop. Wow.
Exactly. Like you said, really well done. String there too, and Ruby as well. Okay. I would have thought they might have been a little bit of trouble, but everything's A-okay for now.
Yeah, just dashing in and out. That down tilt going to be somehow, outspacing F tilt, maybe coming in a little bit later there, and only getting a dash attack as a whiff punch. Maybe anticipating Ruby pressing something on the way down. But, if the Bayonetta can press the ABK out of disadvantage, they surely will.
Oh, yeah. That's absolute bread and butter. They mostly have to stick to. Not going to be able to land 3 full hits or take Tunic up in the air.
Yeah, and at 136, Tunic already knows Ruby's kill condition, win condition here, which is to get like a back kill or some sort of glitch time. And finally, Ruby is just going to be able to get a straight F smash just on pure instinct alone.
Exactly, I was waiting for just waiting for Tunic to see. It's like, now. If you walk in, I'd probably kill you, but you decided to stay right there. It was just enough range. Matches thought to, but issue is here. Sadly, Ruby already at 111 and Tunic. If they're max take this, then I think they should be perfectly fine going into the next match for CSI. As Bob not gonna land from there, but just jumping with the boomerang and look at that.
Yeah, that was an excellent setup. That would have covered basically every single tech option. Because if somebody also tech rolled in, he had plenty of time to be able to react and just still hit with a forward. That was well played from Tunic. I also really like the way that he did treat like ledge trapping that game, right? Because, Bayonetta is like one of those characters that it can be sometimes difficult to sweet spot to the ledge to, be it with Witch Twist or with ABK. So you can just kind of keep on pressing F tilt, and worst case scenario, they snap onto the ledge, and the typical scenario, you're able to smack them back even further with your F tilt connect. So Tunic played that really well. They found all of the follow-ups. He was able to find all of his kill confirms, and he called out jumps. So I honestly feel like he couldn't have done a better job that game.
Exactly. Every single time you say ABK, for some reason, my mind always goes to a Burger King. That's what she's talking about. Sorry, that's what it's talking about. It's but I realize, no, it's not it. It is not a Burger King, and I have to really stop my mind from getting hungry again. And now I want a Whopper. Man.
I don't think I would choose that as my preferred fast food right now that I would be, hungry for. But I respect the variety of Peninsula. Well, when it comes to fast food, I am actually probably about as opinionated as you can get. But I don't even think we'll have enough time to be able to talk about that because both players are already going to be jumping into the arena, and it seems like we will be seeing. I don't know the tag of the last player.
I believe it should be Justin Pena is what we have listed as well. So Oh, well, no, it's wait, sorry, that's for the other team here. There we
Zaydid?
go. Yeah, Zaydid. I believe we did actually get the pronunciation. Let me just go ahead and make sure to confirm on that. That's how we do it.
And listen, if we're
Zaydid.
pronouncing it
Zaydid.
wrong, just send us a really angry email.
Oh, I got it. I found it. Zaydid. It is Zaydid. Is how we say it.
Zaydid?
Zaydid. Zythid. That's it.
Gotcha. Well, either way, we're going to be getting right into game number 3 here of the crew battle. And already, Tunic able just to get a couple of pokes, get a couple of stray hits, and just keeping Zaydid completely away from him.
And we've seen this from Tunic before as well in the game against Bayonetta, right? It was a lot of setups up the boomerang. Just waiting patiently to go into the bomb, and then from there, I could go for X smash, the up tilt too. But for now, considering you're up against Violet, he's got a lot of range as well, so you can't simply just hope to outrange him and hope that lands. That spear gonna be dangerous. That tip could have killed if it landed at that percent.
Yeah, but right now, I gotta say, Tunic is just mid-range camping so well, right? Just imagining this line between themselves and the opponent, just playing back, throwing out all these boomerangs and arrows in really safe distances, and as a result, just catching so many dashes, so many jumps. Ooh, no punish on the side, be at a disadvantage there, and I like the idea to go for the down air. That really would have put, Violet at a really unfavorable angle. Either way, really big, important first stock to be able to take there, and now you gotta hold on to this as long as you can.
You're saying, yeah, Ruby has to try to make sure that they can get all 3 going into the next game. That would be extremely ideal for the chances of PSU as they'll make it an even battle. As Bog charges up, he'll take the hit. But I do see exactly what you're saying here as well, though, right? It's almost as if we're watching a grid between these two, and then making sure not to pass it as
Yeah, not at all, but that's gonna be the good grab. But the bomb is actually gonna maybe help out Violet a little tiny bit, right? Just sort of gave them the opening to get that invulnerability once again. And now all of a sudden, this is anybody's game to take. Really big up tilt. Will they be able to find the up tilt? No, he will not.
Sadly, no, but they also can't find to confirm the recovery from Violet is just so disgusting that it doesn't matter where he is across the entire screen. Up the next, though, still waiting for hit. I feel like at this point, Tunic is just waiting for Zaydid to be in front of him, and then he'll do anything. But sadly, he'll get his wish.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what Tunic best at. Maybe a jump out of shield. Either way, that's actually such a big game to win here, because now all of a sudden, you got to go into the next game, the potential, the final matchup of game 1 of this crew battle. So, going into the 3 stocks as opposed to 2 is going to be so important. He stock tanked so well. He played really, really safely. His survivability was on point, and at a certain point, he just stopped running into a lot of these projectiles. Started playing a little bit more second beat, reacting properly, and then finding a lot of jump-ins, especially with neutraling. So Zaydid just played that one really well.
And now, facing Zaydid, we'll see Justin Pena, who is the final player that we currently have. They're in a context exclusive with their name as to what they might want to play, so we'll just have to assume based upon pure intuition on its own. But I believe in their within their PFP that they have right now, it's Cloud. So I feel like they might be playing Cloud.
Perhaps. I guess we can do nothing but wait and see. And once again, this is a best of 3 crew battle. So whichever school is going to be able to take, this first, crew battle for themselves, they're going to get 1 point, and you need to get to be able to take it over the other. So, of course, you guys want to win. Everybody wants to be able to get that early lead in a best of 3. And I gotta say, the CSI Dolphins right now throwing out Zaydid. Well, not the Dolphins, excuse me. The Belen. Thank you. Belen SSBU Blue team throwing out Zaydid was such a good choice, because Zaydid played so well, such a good anchor to have in your team.
And I find that who you pick in terms of the order to go first, second, and third, right, especially with the anchor right at the end, can honestly make or break some of the games that you currently have, because we've seen it in previous times that Jaeger sometimes they actually do send out first to try to get down as many stocks as possible, but the game becomes a little bit unbalanced. You gotta remember, the other team also has an anchor, a very, very skilled player that they're depending and relying all their hopes and dreams on. And for now, we will see Justin Pena probably bring in, okay, this is the changer. Yeah, we're bringing Jotun. Okay, I'll bring that strategy up.
Yeah. So, you know, Jotun not going to be playing the aforementioned Cloud, but rather going to be going in with Samus here. And now both of them, you know, just playing really, really patiently here, just ducking under the platform. There's nobody choosing to commit to anything quite yet, but, you know, Samus is definitely somebody that can kind of win that waiting game just a little bit, getting charge shot up, immediately popping it and getting nothing out of it, though.
Go for it. I find Samus is, so, because I personally like with Samus a lot, and I find being able to use your setups, right? Because you do have to find small moments of just instances of being able to use your rocket or your bomb to try to go in for the side kills to just wreck as much damage as possible. Because finishing up stock with Samus can sometimes be a little bit tricky. So I'll see how Justin decides to play it. As of right now, they just continue to be decently. That was gross.
That spot dodge was huge. If you get your grab as like, you know, a taboo spot dodge, you're basically done for. You're just sitting duck for so long. And Dark Samus is truly no exception to that rule at all. Gotta say, Zythid is resetting in the best possible moments, you know, getting the hits where it matters, and then just immediately landing on platforms as well. He's playing well, he's playing solid, and Jotun has just not been able to connect a single one of these charge shots over and over. Always pressing the trigger a little bit too late.
Yeah, and it just seems as though that, you know, there you go, there's one that lands, but sadly can't actually follow up on it. That's play off stage, and all right. Okay, Justin managed to set it up. They go even in stocks for now, but Justin already has taken a fair bit of damage to start off, but looking to bring things back as they fight for stage control between the two. Ruby looking for a nice hit, and that's exactly what they got.
Oh, and that neutral is going to be so safe, but with such an all-coverage option like up the out of shield, you can just easily pop that. Now that's going to be Zythid stuck off stage, but immediately fighting his way back on. Now he just needs like a well-spaced forward and well-spaced back. You know, the down smash would have been it, but that move is just so slow.
Yeah, you can't exactly just try to stake all that super early on, especially in such a test moment like this. Two stocks. Small moves right now can most definitely kill. As Zythid manages to get, well, Justin managed to get back on stage. To get the reversal, both of them back. Okay, gets a good read with the shield of the shock blast. The second match to cancel out with the bow. They're doing such a good job of that, but there we go.
That choke shot was so huge because it really didn't force Jotun into a position where he had to like pop his shield. Just to be able to shield it in time. Let the charge shot rip, you know, with a nice flash shield, then you can go out there to easily get the edge guard. But now, just like that, Zythid is going to be quickly evening up the stock count. This is anybody's game to take it.
Close calls between the two. Both Jotun and Zythid have been playing a really solid game. I find that both the stocks they've had have been kind of interesting. Considering the route to start off here, Jotun had complete control right at the beginning, but Zythid decided to ping it back. Instead of the shock blast, questions has to be, can Jotun continue to read and land these shields? But Zythid has a really good job of closing the gap between the two off of those shields. As they continue to fight, as they continue to just wait and prod and poke at one another.
Just dashing in and out, going to be finding a neutral, and then tries to go for some sort of a big follow-up there with the down smash. Not able to find an F smash out of shield. You always got to take pushback into account. Now Ruby going to be, Zythid going to be hunting for a forward to be able to connect here. With another down smash at the ledge. Just keeps on letting them rip, but always just a tad bit too slow in making them connect.
Can set up off the bomb as well, just to make sure that Ruby actually stays off stage as you get the dash and read that too. There we go. Land the final. Hey, Jotun taking it home with the Samus pick against Zythid. put up a solid showing. Though.
Yeah, and honestly, that dash attack was so good. Even if it had whiffed, even if it had like somehow missed or like hit shield, there was nothing Byleth could have done to even, be able to kill off of that situation, only maybe get like a single other poke. So the risk versus reward in that situation was just so far in Jotun's favor. They were able to put up a bunch of hitboxes in the form of a bomb, wait for the defensive option, saw it, and then let the dash attack rip. So really good ledge trapping, and that's going to be game 1 of the best of 3 set going to the CSI Dolphins.
Really strong showing to go ahead and start to make a case for yourself. To were saying before that, CSI Dolphins, right, they're a little bit newer to the league, and we're mentioning it was the day, and today would be the day if you want to show up and show out, and this is exactly how you do it. But one other way you can try to show up and show out is by getting yourself a Lenovo Legion. Lenovo Legion knows you play to win. The staff of the competition, you need the equipment that matches the speed of your thoughts and actions. The Lenovo Y25 monitor delivers, wins the toughest and most critical situations with an extreme 1 millisecond response time to the insane 240 Hz refresh rate. The Legion Y25 doesn't just keep up, but does a lot more. It's built for those engaged in vast multiplayer battles at the tournament level. Legion Y25 offers a 24.5-inch FHD IPS panel with a built-in NVIDIA G-Sync compatibility. The Legion Y25 monitor is available at Lenovo.com and other fine retailers. Get yours today as you go into the next set.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Do I know what IPS means in a monitor? Absolutely not, but I'm sure it means something phenomenal, and I'm sure it means something really good. Whole lot of acronyms in there. I'm not nearly as tech savvy as some people make me out to be. But with that being said, it seems like we have everybody jumping into the arena once again for game number 2 of this crew battle. They're gonna be opening off with Yoshi Sonic 45 once again, and everybody is playing off of the Ruby Switch, so we do not have confirmation on the play quite yet.
Which I'm sure we'll get for you in just a couple of seconds. But I feel like, in my opinion, what I like to go to is, I feel like IPS stands for International Pancake Shack, but that also could be wrong. Maybe I'm just trying to get past food. What? Enough said with that. We'll go to the next game.
Yeah, and we are actually going to be seeing Trolley once again. This time, though, no longer on the Meat Fighter and on the Pac-Man. You have the ability to turtle, especially on PS2. Put down a hydrant, charge fruit like your life depends on it, and man, you can just kind of run from stage to stage.
Yes. Got on to the next up between Pac-Man Yoshi. I like Pac-Man a lot, I'll be honest. I think Pac-Man is
Why is that?
I think Pac-Man is one of the most interestingly designed characters within the game, because so much of what you have is really, you have the creative freedom to literally play how you want. Whether your fruits, just to set up with the just set up with the hydro pump, and you're looking for your reversals too, and at a certain point you can also just womp across the screen as if it's the actual Pac-Man.
Yeah, this is definitely a character that allows like a good amount of individuality, especially in terms of like what kind of setups am I going to be looking for at what percent, and how do I actually manage my 50-50s and my risk versus reward. But right now, that's going to be Trolley knocked off stage there, stalling a little tiny bit with Hydrant, fights his way back on, and now maybe tunnel visioning a little bit too much into his own Hydrant, right? Hitting it a couple of times in positions that, Yoshi Sonic was just able to dash in and punish.
Yoshi Sonic, we've seen them do a good job with this before, on getting good leads on their opponents, and just trying to take advantage of small windows opportunity to rack up tons of damage. Especially with the stud up off of the Yags though, but as you see for now, they keep continuing to try to train with long range hits, but somehow just keep landing more eggs. And the fire hydrant seems just not be connecting. He gets rid of it within seconds.
Oh, and that's going to be the follow-up, but no, an upstage cannot reach that kind of a distance. You got to jump out there and, land a back hit, any other hit. Even if it won't kill, you just got to make sure that you know how to maximize those kinds of situations. Additionally, you can also do bell into side B if you know your knockback angles really, really well. And that could lead into some massive, big follow-ups that typically lead into death. And now, once again, with the high recoveries, works again, and what a trade.
Really well done for Yoshi Sonic, the close plays, and within seconds, they're also knocked off. I thought they would have at least got one hit off or something, maybe made an omelet or two, but no. It's a long range food. They said take your vitamin C and get out of here. And as we'll go back to the next after simply. Both these players that wanted to play a lot more aggro, and I'm here for it.
You know what? I'm gonna be honest. I don't think Regualr's playing all that aggro. I think putting down Hydrate on the center of the stage is like, all right, you on this side, I'm going on the other side and trying to get my bonus for a little tiny bit. Tries to catch the landing on the down B. Not gonna be able to get it quite yet. And I like the idea of Yoshi Sonic, but you know, people are jumping out of disadvantage a lot against it, and only trying to go for like tech chases.
You said, I mean, I felt it in the air that I'm looking to get close, perhaps even hug it out. Maybe solve the differences from different games, but sadly, no. We'll continue to see the technical battle between the two as they wait for spaces and just read. Continue to see us. All right, cool. If I can land this hit, I'll run into you. If I can't, not going nowhere. Just as they choose to control one end of the stage, and within seconds, that's that.
Yeah, I don't know what Yoshi Sonic was looking for, but they just side beat across the stage. Basically gave that stock like on a shiny golden platter to Trolley, right? Now it's up to Yoshi Sonic to be able to take off that stock, but just easily going to be able to Yoshi double jump on and move past those multi-hitboxes of down. Keeps on sliding past, and Yoshi Sonic, you know, just playing really, really patient, sitting in shield and waiting for all of that to happen. Is the backfield going to be able to do it? Not quite. Good DI.
Learn to pump the get used the edge to get back up on stage. We will not be able to punish it, but will allow them to not get back on stage. It keeps the stock in between the two. Yoshi Sonic only managed to take one stock before as well. Or will they continue to keep the legacy of CSI? Or will they perhaps befall for their unfortunate fate here against Trolley in this change-up of a pick?
Yeah, and now with Galaxian on deck, you gotta be really careful because right now, Trolley is looking for the big old punish from it. Gonna be getting the jump call out. Air dodges down, picks it up. Look at these scoops. Look at those follow-ups. Already 114%. Galaxian is not something that you can sleep on ever because Pac-Man has it. They're looking for something. Excellent dash back, punish, F smash on the landing neutral. Trolley gonna be taking game number 1 of the second crew battle.
Really well set up there as well, like you were mentioning, right? Both these players were keeping their spaces, wanting not to give any of the slightest advantage over to the other. I was thinking that maybe they decided to let's just battle it out for the last couple seconds, but no. Instead, it'll be controlled, patient gameplay. Although I might not like it, but it is something that honestly just shows how technical and how big brains players are.
Yeah.
Something which I know I can't be. It's fine.
That follow-up from Galaxian was just good. That was so cool. Like throwing it at once and then just like jumping up, directional air dodging down just to be able to catch it, and then going in again, forward to the back here, all of these different hitboxes colliding. That was just like good awareness of your character and your resources and all of the different knockback angles that you may have, and being able just to really, you know, squeeze every single last drop out of that follow-up. So once again, really good stuff to Trolley. We'll see shortly who is going to be the next opponent, and honestly, I definitely like that pick much more than the Mii fighter. It just seems like the damage output was a little bit more consistent, their ability to, you know, find follow-ups was a little bit more consistent, and it was just overall like a more comfortable pick than Mii fighter.
Yeah, I was literally about to say as well, yeah, they just seemed a lot more comfortable on it, you know, especially with the setup that they had and with the matchup in general too. Now, although it can be said that as you do face your opponent once, then things should go a little bit easier for you because you know how they play. So we'll see how this one goes. As we had 2 Nick going up against Trolley. Remember, Trolley only does have the 1 stack to play with, so 2 Nick was able to take that out lickety split, and we'll go back to that exact even state they were in before.
Yeah, we'll just see how this plays out shortly. The stocks have been taken, so the battle is going to be beginning momentarily. And Tunic already going to be dashing in with a bomb in hand, already forcing Trolley off stage. But now, when that's a Pac-Man with Galaxian off stage, they're up to no good. They can easily put 0 to 80% immediately. And as a Pac-Man, you gotta have that on lock every single time. You see Pac-Man with Galaxian at the ledge, you let that happen. You let them come back on. You don't want any of that.
No, not at all. That is zero smoke that you want to try to deal with too. Speaking of being offstage, Tunic has been exactly that for almost the entire game that we've seen them in this. Considering just how well Ruby's been playing, like Tunic, I find has got a lot more to be afraid of. This was already at 106. It's a knockback with the apple though, because they're not able to find the boomerang system we've seen from them in the previous set. No bombs been able to land either, so gotta be a little bit careful.
Yeah, and oh my goodness, the bell almost gonna be catching the jump. That time around it sure does it, but Trolley maybe getting a little bit too lost in the sauce. Then not really gonna be able to go up there and like get like a jump back or something in time. Either way, Trolley can just take the stock with any good hit right now. Keeps on delaying a lot of these landings with Hydrant. And oh my goodness.
That was kind of sick. I thought he was over and done for, but he brought it back. That was actually really nice. Wow.
I wondered about that DI. That DI was yeah, I'm gonna be honest. That was like, I'm going to the blast zone DI. That is you know. So that looked like it killed suspiciously early. But either way, yeah, no, it was a really good follow-up, and also you gotta keep in mind that on Town City, you know, the horizontal blast zone's gonna be like so close together. You'll be dying off the side a whole lot easier. So, you know, really good stuff to Tunic, being able to close it out, and with such a fast hitbox too, it can be a little bit difficult sometimes to DI in time. If you don't DI, you die. That's it.
Exactly. It's almost as though if DIing is one of the most crucial parts or technicalities within the game that you as the player must learn. Wonder about that.
Everybody slips up. It happens to the best of us. You know how many times I've DI'd Rob up it correctly? I don't. I just pick a direction and I stick with it because you know, I don't have the mental capacity or the time of day to be able to learn how to live that route. And I'm totally content with complaining about the fact that it killed me 90 off the top of PS2, which is stupid and annoying. But anyways, we do have our next matchup coming on up. If the order persists from last time, it's going to be Ruby going into this.
And Ruby, of course, is the bear unless we see a character switch. But of course, I saw semantics and we do actually. You know what? This actually might not be Ruby going up next because there's the ballot was the Zythid. Yeah. So I guess they decided to change up the order.
Yeah, let's see how this goes. We're going to be seeing Byleth going up against Finlink. Last time around, Zythid was just able to make like really good adaptations in response to a lot of the zoning and was able to find a lot of jump-ins. Now we're seeing Tunic try and adapt with a lot of dashbacks and maybe sort of hesitating a little bit longer before throwing out the second projectile.
For now, same sort of basic game we've seen so far. Boomerang setup, softy arrows, right? Just trading. Jack does it between these two, but he does do a really good job of taking advantage of when the boomerang is down and chooses to aggress upon Tunic, and he's someone just either just shields or takes the hit. And now they're stuck on stage. Okay, it was a close call that managed to get back on, but now not able to find any spacing at all.
Slide off directional air dodge. That was probably just like a tech roll out. Either way, right about now, excellent spot dodge. Lovely punish there. Does not get the second hit, but hey, it was able to even up the percents, and that's going to be a nice backfield for a little bit of stage control. Tunic going all the way out there. Maybe a little bit overly ambitious, but now no punish on the regrab. That could have been such a big opportunity.
Solid not able to take advantage of that though, but as you continue back in the game between these two, the bomb will hit and Ruby immediately responds back now. Okay, sorry, now looking at them to be able to possibly land the other up till to go off stage yet again with the bomb in and making so much damage between the two.
Tunic looking for some sort of a jump call out right now. Zythid just, you know what, opting to play in shield, just opting to play back a little tiny bit. An excellent arrow just going right above the stage. That spacing was so spooky because Tunic had no idea that it like didn't collide with the wall.
So for this game has been basically between these two. We know Zythid likes to go for the big hits as well, but sadly off of it he does get punished more often than not. as I get the command grab, and there we go, right off stage. Sayonara to Ruby. As Reset comes in, now it's up to Tunic to try to survive for as long as possible, and I can't imagine it's much longer.
Oh, gonna be getting up to it, maybe trying to catch some sort of like an air dodge, or perhaps a tech in place. Well-timed air dodge, and a nice delay on the recovery, just hugging the side of the stage, keeping himself nice and safe all the way up, using bomb as a little bit of coverage. Tunic is playing back, playing safe, dodging past every single one of these falling backers, and just like not getting, hit by any of these wind conditions quite yet.
Doing a really good job, like you were mentioning, just like pushing things out between the two, but finally, hit will land. There we go. Ruby gets his stock. We're already at 62%. Tunic playing this game really well. If they manage to get Zyther off of this, there would be a really huge momentum shift for CSI's favor.
Yeah, I feel like every single time that Zyther has gone through like an F-tilt, it was never in isolation. You know that they're going to keep on going through F-tilt, 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 until Tunic eventually succumbs to it. So something you just got to be really mindful of, super cognizant, going to be stuck on the ledge a little bit, and shields in time that F-smash, and just quickly fights out of the way. That F-smash kills deceptively soon, and it is something you always have to be mindful of.
For Ronaldo? Okay, all right. That was a little fun exchange. See these two.
I like what Tunic was going for. I think they wanted to get like a dash back pivot grab and then dash back a little bit too much. Had they like inputted the pivot a little bit sooner. Oh my god. Tunic, you were playing with fire and you just dead now.
Yeah, God, I mean, I don't know if you want to take all that brought force with your shield, but I mean, it is understandable because you think if you take it, you die. If you don't, you die, right? So darned if you do, darned if you don't. And they'll get punished for that 251. Stock from Ruby as well, already at 116. They're seeing Tunic's be really good about confirms.
That weight on the setup. That was so good. And then Tunic almost found the forward out of it, which definitely would have been able to kill. They're just jumping in really safe distances. Once again, just mid-range camping. Zyther is just getting hit with all these projectiles, but Tunic needs to find a way to be able to kill ASAP.
Like you mentioned, but not being able to find the opportunity could be extremely detrimental. Or though, there he gets to grab yet again. Same confirmed as the previous stock. And now already at 48% against Ruby. We'll see how they decide to play it. Zyther right now has to feel very, very confident. Already lost 2 stocks on the back of it. And I'm staying alive in this. Davis.
Tunic is just playing keep away so well, but how are you going to be able to get back onto the stage here? And there it is. That's the jump call out that Zyther was looking for, able to get the stock and take that game. So now that's a pretty nice lead to have for yourself, right? I mean, you're only still like a stock up, but now you're forcing out the anchor. Granted, last time, we did see a quick little cleanup on Zyther. I'm curious to see how it's going to play out this time around, though. And if Zyther can earn any more stocks for his team.
Yep. Considering Zyther right now, we're looking for them to be able to get at least 1 stock out of it, at least, and making sure that Ruby is going into this at a stock disadvantage, because we should be seeing the Bayonetta against the Byleth for the penultimate.
Oh no, wait, Zyther and Ruby are on the same team.
Oh, you're right. My apologies.
We'll be seeing Dark Samus probably.
Yes, you are correct. I got confused with all the back and forth here. So yeah. I thought actually, if I remember correctly previously, the Dark Samus actually did quite well into this, into the Byleth matchup as well, along with the bomb and rocket setup. So, that'd be interesting if they could perhaps just take the 1 stock, lickety split. Then we're going back to just the same back and forth we saw between these 2 teams.
Yeah, so we're just going to be waiting for them to jump on, and just want to say, in the meantime, while we do wait for that to happen, just to talk to chat. Hey guys, hope y'all are having a lovely day. Hope you guys are keeping yourselves nice and hydrated, and hope you guys have just been enjoying the stream thus far and listening to us talk about video games. So to listen to us talk about Smash, it seems like Justin did end up jumping into the arena, so we're definitely going to be either seeing the Cloud or honestly the Dark Samus worked the last time around. There is definitely no reason to switch off of it, honestly.
Okay. So, I just want to be noted that, see, I thought it was the Cloud, right? But he brought the Samus out, he took me for a turn, or else I was going to be 4 for 4 in terms of context clues here, Dar. So, I'm going to take my win for where I can get it. but it's still gonna be the Dark Samus. Okay?
Yeah.
Man, why? It's okay. I'll accept it.
Tried and true. Worked last time. Definitely no reason to, switch it up. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So, Jotun gonna be going into this game. Zyphid gonna have to SD. Oh my god, I almost said XD to these stocks. What am I, in 2007? The answer is yes, I am. And that's how I know you can talk. They're gonna have to SD 2 of these stocks on the last one right about now. And let's get into this.
All right, we'll see if anything else potentially raw XDs in this game. Let's see. Move on forward. All right, there we go. The advantage by a little bomb and sadly no follow up on top of the no grab. Either good job with the shield by Ruby, but there you go. There's a recovery to just rack up some damage.
Ooh, just a little dash attack there as a getaway option. Already Zyphid at 50% and climbing. That is a medium charge shot on deck. Big follow-ups afoot, making himself so ambiguous with where he's going to be landing with up the next. Zyphid almost going to be getting pet chased there, but very luckily did not lock himself into a defensive option. Quickly jumped and was able to get the whip punish on the dash grab. Big uppy out of disadvantage, and honestly, you just need one more big hit to take this.
And this might be it. The dash attack won't land. They get the reverse on. Ruby's managed to stay alive in the middle of it. But perhaps Justin is looking for more than likely just to grab the setup on top of it from the charge. There we go, looking to wait and bait out the shield between the two. There's the dodge. Oh, can't find the luck till, but he stays alive.
Maybe getting a little bit antsy with some of the uppies out of shield, out of disadvantage as well. But you know what? Zyphid did not get punished for it. That's the back kill out of shield. And all of a sudden, this is once again going to be a three-stock game 3 of the second match of the crew battle. So that game could not have gone better for Jotun. They're going to be going up against Ruby, presumably with, full 3-3 stocks, and this is going to be the one to define it. If Ruby's team is able to take it, then they will be moving on to a game 3. But if Jotun ends up taking it, we will simply end it right there, as they would have taken 2 out of 3 sets in the best of 3.
Indeed, I believe we should be looking to get the lobby set up in just a little bit. So apologies on the wait. You'll have to stare at our beautiful faces for a couple seconds longer. But like you were saying, it should be the Bayonetta going up against the Samus. If I am correct. Am I correct, Nandara? Yeah. Oh, yes, I did it.
You did it.
Hey. So happy. I knew I would get here eventually. Just one moment.
It's a journey.
Within the stream.
It's a journey. It you know what? But you know what? The only thing that matters is that you ended up getting killed. Going into this final game, though, I feel like this is going to be a bit of an interesting matchup. We got Dark Samus going up against Bayonetta. The question is, how can you play grounded? How can you play safe? And the biggest thing also, you need to be cognizant of the distances that witch time will not only hit the projectile, but also you instead. If you are too close to a projectile and then the projectile gets witch timed, you also get stuck in that. If it's far away enough, only the projectile gets witch timed and not the person that it belongs to. So it's really going to be about putting out, some side Bs, some neutral Bs in unreactable distances. You start doing them in the place that Bayonetta can witch time it and cover you instead, then you've kind of lost the matchup. So that's definitely something that Ruby has to be constantly on the lookout for going into this.
So it'll be game technicality and making sure that who can fire the timing on the other. We've seen that on the other end. The Samus was actually really good about playing patient, especially waiting to go off her shield to try to line the shock blast, try to go for the grabs, and going from one into the next. But consistently between these two, it's a mystery as to what we might potentially see, as like you said before. I was waiting for all the players to get loaded in just to make sure that things are all fine, as you know how flawless netcode can be at certain times. Which, you know what? Say okay. Here's what it is. We're fine for now. But you got to remember the UCI is 1-0. If they take this game, it'll be 2-0. That'll be it for us for the night. So I'm sure the pen doesn't want for that to happen.
Yeah, for sure. And also, the reason we just got kicked out of the arena wasn't because of a netcode thing. It was because Ruby's Switch happened to just get, unplugged from the dock for a second. So she just probably somebody knocked it or something. And, sometimes that just happens. So, we'll be going into this next game shortly. Seems like we'll be opting to go to Smashville. I like the stage pick a lot, especially against Dark Samus. It's not big, right? It's really, really small. It's really, really tiny. So you're able to get in on, more projectile heavy characters a little bit easier. Something to also keep in mind on this kind of a stage, your up air follow-ups as Samus are going to be so huge. If you can find like a rising full hop up air, you can get so many more to boot. You can easily put on 30-40% just like that.
Exactly. And just to rack up the damage is it's quite exponential when given the timing, able to work on that. I think what happened to the Switch is that they were so happy the last couple of seconds that they almost lost, and they just threw their hands in the air. Switch immediately just was collateral damage on top of it. Just the docking station can be kind of flimsy at certain times. So you want to try to keep it as far away from you as possible. But that's just my overall prediction. So I mean, considering all the controls should be wireless, right? And all the wires are long, so I don't know how close you are to all that. But
I don't
there
know.
we go.
I'm on the wire controller gang. I don't know about all of that additional latency, near field communication interference. I'm not about that. But we are going to be getting right into this game, perhaps the final game or the start of another set ahead of us, all depending on how Ruby is going to do this time around. So, you know what? All the weight is kind of falling into her shoulders right now. Jotun's got to clutch this one out for the team.
Indeed, they do. Especially take D2. Oh, Jotun! Gonna rack things up with a nice start. Tries to trade damage. And okay, they go for some offstage play, but match up the recovery just to care about the dunk on top of it. But there's a shock blast. 1-1 into the next. Good setup. Okay, with a nice up E. Can't find anything on top of it, but this is that stage that we gotta be careful of here, though. There's things that might subtly go wary. You might not know where you're going.
Listen, you're also like, a heavy and a floaty going up against Bayonetta. You are quite literally the equivalent of combo. So you gotta play super safe, you gotta play back. If you get hit with that heel slide, you can easily die at any given point. But right now, Jotun just dashing back, trying to catch a whole lot of landings, playing this so well. Fully charged shot on deck. And Ruby is just able to disengage so well.
Just waiting for Ruby to perhaps catch it. There we go, but okay, it was a nice big hit. Used the rocket, but they don't actually edge guard a lot for Ruby to come back on. So perhaps waiting for a grab opportunity on top of it. Don't manage to get her, and now Ruby on 134. So their next hit could be their last. And there you go. Yep.
Wow. Ruby just crossing up shield with dash attack there at 92%. Really nothing can kill unless you find another smash attack at this point. Good stall and good mobility. Okay, there it is. That's the rising up here. You get two of them. Oh, but you need to instant double jump the first one to get like the falling one the second time around. Either way, right now, gonna be getting hit with a stage spike and not teching it in time.
Denying the recovery to Ruby, a really solid way to make sure that things stay even between the two of them. Like we said before, a lot of pressure with that being just on top of their back, right? So I imagine that they have to be feeling just a little bit nervous, and things are just falling on their back, but that's exactly why they are the end. It's worthy. It's able to cave all the pressure and keep things grounded.
And really good anti-airs coming up from Jotun once again, just making the most out of up B. And there it is again. Bayonetta, you do struggle to get to the ledge sometimes. That up tilt was well-timed, well-spaced. Big forwarder, and look at this lead for Jotun right now. Almost finding another up tilt.
A shock blast into the next. So the setup from these has been absolutely immaculate. The next gets it. Not going to go for the grab. Instead, I thought they might have got in for the dash attack off the next one, but no. Just waited to see how Ruby might respond and tell you now we're in dangerous territory. For Ruby, they have to play things a lot safer, but maybe they might get it on top of this. There's still two stocks left, no one stock difference. No.
Yeah, really good SDI from Jotun, just able to drift it nice and safely. And now Ruby needs to make it to the ledge and dip down a little bit too low. As a result, ABK did not get there. Ruby ended up SDing, and just like that, that's going to be CSI taking it 2-0 over the enemy team.
Phenomenal stuff doing so far. I like the change up and the switch ups for the order as well. Work off this side really well. And Jotun showing up on this dark Samus. Managing to take almost 5 stock just on top of that. So really well done for y'all, and loved what I saw today.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. And with that being said, I think that is the only battle of today. So before we sign out, really quickly, guys, just wanted to talk a little bit about some of the people that helped to be able to make this happen. First and foremost, guys, you should go ahead and pick yourself up a lovely Lenovo monitor. Lenovo Legion knows you play to win. To stand out from competition, you need equipment that matches the speed of your thoughts and actions. The Legion Y25 monitor delivers wins in the toughest, most critical situations. It has 1 millisecond response time. It hits, and 240 hertz refresh rate. If you've never had like a 240 refresh rate like monitor as opposed to like a 61, let me tell you, it is night and day. It is night and day, because you're like, wow, how come I don't get the fullest extent of my 120 frames per second? Get a nice refresh rate monitor, right? And built for those engaged in vast multiplayer battles at the tournament level, the Legion Y25 offers a 24.5-inch FHD IPS panel with built-in NVIDIA G-Sync compatibility. The Legion Y25 monitor is available at Lenovo.com and other fine retailers. And with that being said, everybody, that is going to conclude today's stream. First and foremost, for anybody that hasn't done so, you should go ahead and check out my lovely, incredible co-caster, Gavish, at Ravishing Casts on Twitter. What do you do?
I was going to say, before you sign off, I believe we are waiting on a player to see if we can set up an interview for either one of them from CSI. So we're just waiting on that to see if we can get a response out of this. But thank you very much for the shout out.
I forgot that's a thing we do. Once again, I don't really necessarily hail from like too many collegiate
You're
events.
fine.
And I was just
That's
like,
okay.
wait a second, this is a thing that
You know
happens.
what? I appreciate the shout out anyways too. But by the way, while you guys are waiting and we do see if we can find anybody for an interview, go ahead and follow my lovely co-caster as well, Tara. As you can find her it's at right up there too. So I believe we were not able to get a interview at this time. So that will be it here from us today. Tara, take us off.
Yeah, with that being said, I guess we'll once again see you guys next week for the next installment of the ECAC Super Smash Bros. Crew Battle. Once again, everybody, thank you so much for stopping by. Congratulations to CSI. And I just hope everybody has a lovely and safe rest of their evenings. Peace.
Comfortable.
Y'all think too small, I got big dreams. You just starting, I'm way ahead at the end scenes. Started reading and dodging all of the quick schemes. Money like your Spotify, boy, I got 10 streams. And I'm still looking for more. My people, they got a soar, I'm putting that on the Lord. Ain't accepting, ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids, and for their kids, just kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the ground and the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live. And I promise I'm trying to. Before you count me out, homie, let me remind you. They was blocking the shine, now I think it's my time to. Counting them dollar signs like lights, they'll blind you. Let me rewind to. Back when I was broke and I couldn't acquire 2 cents, and now I got 2 rents. They was sleeping on me, homie, must have got too big. Call my phone, I be like, who this? Damn right, hell yeah, I'm brand new. Smell like can too. I'm fresh forever like canned food. Try and tell me what I can't do. I wanna see the world, my vision on Shamu. That mean I got goals that's real big, foes that's real big. Y'all offer too little, sorry, my soul is real big. Coming into the ring with blows that's real big. I gotta do it big, that's the only way I can live.
What will you like today? Another Cloud 2 classic?
I'll stick with the usual. Maybe take a little bit off the sides.
Oh, that's fresh.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Hey, watch your head. What sound experience